And then I realized it's one of those brands where you really have to like feel it and get a sense of the quality and the fabrics. What is up everybody? Hope you're doing well out there. In today's video I want to talk about Satisfy Running, right? One of my favorite, if not my favorite brand for running. Now a little backstory. I bought my first Satisfy piece, I don't know, like a year ago maybe. And I've always wanted to do a video, but then I thought, okay, I would probably need a couple of more items to show you guys. And then I got injured. So I injured my foot, just like classic running injury, like plantar fasciitis and a stress fracture as well. So I couldn't make the video because I wanted to show the pieces to you while I'm running, right? It kind of makes sense to show you running shorts while I'm running. So I kind of postponed the video, and lots of you guys like asked me like, please do the video because you want to see the stuff and like hear my opinion on the Satisfy quality. So I really wanted to do the video, but I can't run. So I thought, okay, who cares? I just show you the stuff and give you my 2 cents on it. So yes, I haven't been running for the last, I don't know, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, something like that. And I've gained quite a bit of weight as well. So I bought myself like a home trainer bike kind of thing, right? So now I can like cycle at home, do like Swift and stuff. Add me on Swift or follow me. I'm not really sure how it works yet, so I haven't figured it all out. But I bought a pretty cool bike so I can cycle at home, at least like lose a bit of weight again and like stay in shape until I'm like fit again to run. Anyway, enough rambling. Let's talk about Satisfy Running. So the first time I heard about Satisfy Running was probably, I don't know, like 2 years maybe, 2 years ago. I saw an Instagram ad with these shorts and they look kind of cool. And I read the comments and everybody was like, hey, crazy expensive, you're insane. And it's true, they are really expensive. So I went on a website, checked this stuff out, and I thought, okay, I don't know, I don't take running that seriously that I spend like X amount on a pair of shorts. So I kind of forgot about them, but they always kept popping up on my Instagram and like different ads and stuff like that. So I always kept coming back, and their stuff increasingly got cooler in my opinion. So at some point I had to pull the trigger, and I thought, okay, what's all the fuss about, right? Just buy one piece, try it out. And then I think I bought my first sweater even on Grailed, right? So kind of a good deal. And we'll walk through all the pieces that I have, or most of the pieces at least. But yeah, I bought the first sweater and I was like really amazed by the quality. And then I realized it's one of those brands where you really have to like feel it, get a sense of the quality and the fabrics. And then you understand the price, right? Everybody complains about the price. Okay, since we're talking about price, one thing, if you have ever started a fashion brand or have experience with that, you know how expensive it is to produce something in small quantities and what the markup of the store is. So what you keep is probably like a third, and then you have 2/3 is the store-ish. And of those, the third that you have from the retail price, probably half is the production cost. If I look at my bags, right, I'm not like pricing them that high for fun. It's just because it is so expensive to produce in small quantities. And once you feel the stuff of Satisfy, you understand that the quality is unmatched. Like the fabrics that they use, I've never touched before, and I'm so excited. Like every new piece that I like touch feels different. It's super awesome. So anyway, enough rambling. Before I show you my pieces, the pieces that I have, and talk about why I bought them and stuff like that, maybe let's look at the latest drops from Satisfy. So I got my iPad here and we can like browse through together. So as I'm filming this, the last drop was called LSD, Long Slow Distance. Pretty amazing pieces in this collection. So what really caught my eye were the 3 shorts, right? So you have the snakeskin printed shorts and the weird, and those are my favorite, the weird, what are they called? So the tie-dye ripstop material. Really crazy pair of shorts. I understand that they're like borderline, especially like because they're pretty short. When you're not a runner, it's kind of hard to understand, I guess. But if you ever run in those, you really understand. So those were probably, the tie-dye shorts were probably my favorite. Snakeskin is really amazing as well. So those were my highlights from that drop. And obviously the bandanas, like the bandanas are so sought after. They're really like sold out in a couple of hours on the website, sometimes minutes. So I have one bandana here as well, which we'll take a look at. And yeah, usually the accessories like the hats are pretty sought after as well. And the rest, like for me, the shirts are pretty like standard. Like you have some couple of tie-dye shirts and inside out shirts and stuff like that. So that's more on the regular, but this drop was really amazing. And then the drop that came like 2 weeks before was California's for Runners, which had a couple of amazing pieces as well. 2 bandanas, one tie-dye and one like regular bandana. I really love the Death Valley pieces, like the race singlet. It says Death Valley, is pretty cool in my opinion. $120 is a bit much for me for such a simple race singlet. But to be honest, I've never like touched the fabric and I've never like experienced how it is. And like with everything that when I see something from Certify online, I'm like, okay, well, that's crazy expensive. And then when I have the chance to actually touch it, I'm sold. So I haven't touched this one yet, so we'll see, I guess. So anyway, enough. I'll link Satisfy Running down below so you can check them out. But now let's talk about the pieces that I have. So I have a couple of t-shirts. I didn't bring them all. They're like regular cotton t-shirts, like ultra high quality, but like regular, not necessarily for running, right? Even though they say it's okay to run in cotton. But this is probably my favorite, the long distance worship shirt. And they call it moth eaten, right? So it's like basic distressing here and all the holes. You see that in a lot of pieces from them, which really like supports airflow and stuff like that. So maybe when we look at this shirt, let's talk about sizing, right? So I took those in a size 3, which is a size large, right? So they run up to size 4, which is an extra large. And I'm usually a large on tops and a medium in shorts. So I bought this in a size 3 and it's ultra short on me. So I'm relatively tall and I understand like they produce or design this stuff for runners, right? And the regular runner is like, I don't know, 170 maybe on average. And I'm 191, right? Which is like 6'3", something like that. So those are pretty short on me and look kind of weird. And like their fit is kind of like boxy and short, right? Well, from what I've heard, like they're trying to go after the 90s aesthetic, which is kind of cool, but like doesn't really suit my body type, unfortunately. So I should have gone with a size 4. I mean, they're still wearable. This just feels kind of weird. This is kind of a cool shirt as well, right? It says Run West, Paris to Texas. So they really like, with those kind of shirts, they go in after like vintage, like band t-shirts. And I mean, you get the vibe, I think. Kind of cool shirts, high quality cotton, right? Not necessarily for sports, but like for casual. And I think they're pretty cool. Most of them are like, have this moth-eaten technology, even as they call it. Not sure if that's a technology, but yeah. You get the point. Pretty cool. And I have a couple of more t-shirts which I didn't bring, but I mean, you can just browse the website and see what they have. One of the staple pieces as well is this sweater, which says Running Cult Member, and that's like a 3M print, right? So it's like ultra reflective, and it's also like has all this distressing all over. And in terms of fit, like this again is like a pretty boxy fit, and this is a size 4 actually, which fits me perfectly. So if you consider buying one of those, I would probably size one full size up, and that's the largest size. Like I don't know what you're doing if you're like a bit bigger than me, but yeah, beautiful piece as well. And all of this stuff has like just a print in here because they like want to eliminate chafing, right? And then has the tag is usually attached like on the outside, and there usually hangs a tag and you can just rip it off. And I actually brought a pair of shorts that we can rip the tag off together. You can see how that works, but it's a pretty cool concept. And the idea is like if you have like all that stuff, like the tags inside, right, they're gonna like chafe on your skin. And what most of their shirts and t-shirts have as well is on the inside like a small pouch, like a small pocket, right? And the idea is to put a key in there, so when you run you can put the key somewhere, because always when you run, always like one of the things that you don't have is pockets, right? Storage. So yeah, cool idea. And you can see like the designer, who is by the way based in Paris. I think I forgot to mention that, right? It's a Paris-based brand, and they're like trying to combine, I guess, like running with high fashion. So anyway, one of the things that is really missing on all stuff is storage options, right? So you can tell that stuff is designed for runners by runners, and that's one of their statements as well. And to be honest, like it's true. That's the feeling that I have. So next up, one of my latest acquisitions is this tie-dye sleeveless shirt, and it's made out of merino wool. Yeah, and Satisfy calls it Cloud Merino. It's beautiful, hand tie-dyed. But let me just read you what it says on the website here. Our silky soft cloud merino muscle tee is lighter than cotton and thermoregulating. Weighs 90 grams, which is kind of insane, right? Made and hand dyed in Japan using shibori, a traditional indigo dye technique. And yeah, you can read it on the website. I'll link it down below, but it's super cool shirt, and I'm really excited like to test this out in the mountains when it's like when the weather conditions change a lot, you know, when it's like super sunny and hot. You can wear it and it should still work, and then when it gets like all of a sudden gets like super cold and windy, this is a great base layer, I think. So yeah, ultra excited about this one. So next up, let's talk about accessories. So this is one of their famous bandanas, and this is the winter version. So this was from last winter, and it's not a square as it usually is, and then you fold it up. So it is basically has the triangle shape as it is when you fold it up. And it has like this Polartec fleece kind of material on the inside, which is pretty cool. And on the website, it says Polartec Alpha Bandana. So, and it's basically like supposed to be more insulating, and it really is. Like, it feels like a thick scarf, which is pretty cool. And I usually don't use that for running. It's, I don't know, I really love having that on my neck, so I usually wear it like on regular days when I'm just walking around. And yeah, as most of their or some of their fabrics, like that is fabric from Japan, pretty cool detailing, quality is insane. It's ultra thin fabric, and then on the other side you have this super warm insulating Polartec. And here you have the Polartec tag as well. So yeah, this is one of my favorite pieces from Satisfy. Next up, another one of their accessories is this headband that I got. So this is printed snakeskin, as you can see. There's also a tie-dye version, which I have as well. And then another, like, so this color is called Dark Python, right? Then there's a lighter version, and the tie-dye, and I have the tie-dye in this one as well. And it's supposed to, like, I think it's supposed to be worn by like runners with long hair. Looks kind of weird on me, I think. But yeah, so I bought this because I wanted to hang it around my neck, which I usually do. I think it looks kind of cool detailing as well, and always has this like running vibe, even though like nobody noticed, but I feel like a runner, kind of a weird thing, I don't know. Let me just read you real quick what it says on the website. It says printed cotton bandana attached to moisture repellent fabric, which controls sweat. So pretty dope piece. As I said, having two colors, can highly recommend it. It might be cool as well if you have long hair and you need to, like when you run, you need to do the whole Rocky vibe. And then finishing off with the accessories, I have brought a couple of hats as well. So first of all, I brought probably my favorite Satisfy running item of all, I think. This hat, which is their trail running hat. And I have this actually in all three colors. So the all black one, this which is like the purple version, and then the pink one as well. And I really love this because of the way how it fits, right? It's ultra lightweight. I don't know, for running, it's super cool. It's sort of like moves your sweat out, and you can then tell like the whole brim is like sweaty. Super weird, but it's ultra functional. And it looks kind of cool, I think, as well. I don't know. So on the website, it says, our high-vis trail running cap with heat reflective brim, right? Heat reflective brim. It weighs 30 grams. It's insane, right? The heat reflective brim is UV resistant, protecting and keeping you cool. And then this part here is ultra reflective. When you run and a car comes in front of you, yeah, you get the point. But this is my favorite head because of like how it fits. It's super comfortable, and the material is like a nylon ripstop, which is ultra thin as well. And then on the inside you see, like, it's just a high quality piece. And by the way, this is their tag here. And then on to the next hat. So this is a leopard printed perforated running cap. Let me just read. Perforated running cap in leopard print fabric, weighs 40 grams. And this hat was also available in a different fabric, which is called phosphorescent. So it's basically glow in the dark fabric, right? Which is insane. Like, let's say you're running and it gets dark and then your head glows. Kind of cool. So that's what I mean. Like, their technology and their fabrics are so unique that I think most of the prices are justified, right? I know that's a big statement because the prices are kind of insane. And some pieces, the price is not justified in my opinion, but some of them are. Speaking of, let's move on to their shorts, which is probably the main category. And I have 3 shorts here to show you. So to my understanding, they basically have 2 models, right? One is the short distance and one is the long distance. The difference here basically is that the short distance, to my knowledge at least, has one zipped pocket in the back. And the long distance has more pockets in the back. I have both here so we can check them out. So this is the short distant version, right? I'm not sure if you can see that here. Yeah, so this is kind of a splattered nylon ripstop fabric, which is ultra like see-through, ultra thin. And then most of the shorts, all of the ones that I have like an attached short underneath. And as I said, this is the short distance, so it only has like one zip pocket here in the back. And I think the pocket design is really, really important to talk about here. As you can see, you have a zip pocket here, right? When you open it up, you realize the zip pocket here has 2 separated inside pockets, right? And the idea is that you can basically put your keys in and then they don't dangle. One pocket, but it's actually 3 pockets, which is insane. And then all other shorts also have attached like this little hook, right? The idea is that you can either attach your key or jewelry, which I did once. Like I had a ring and then I put it there, kind of secure. It's cool. And the idea is like you put it here and it's between the inner and outer waistband basically, right? And then you can like put it between the two and you can run and it stays secure, and it does. So we're down 3 pockets plus this carabiner, and then we have the 4th pocket, which all other shorts have, which is their inside phone pocket, right? So this is basically on your like right hip side, and it's on the inside, and it's a pretty stretchable pocket. And as you can see on the inside, it's like a waterproof or sweat-proof material, which is kind of cool because you put your phone in, and not all phones are waterproof, right? So you put it in and you can run and the phone is protected. So I can also fit my big phone in there. So I have the iPhone 11, like the bigger one. As you can see, a lot of thought went into most of the designs, right? Especially the shorts. Material is incredible. I have probably one of the most sought after shorts from Satisfy is the leopard printed shorts. Honestly, the material is incredible. If you check out. So they're called trail long distance shorts. Light shorts with 6 pockets so you can run for as long as you want. Weighs 100 grams. 2 easy access nutrition pockets, hold up to 6 gels so you can run further than ever before. Constructed from high-vis aluminum ripstop. Sweat-proof back zipper pocket to carry credit cards or cash, with 2 separate inner key pouches to stop them from jingling. And then you have like the reflective material as well. Again, the sweat-proof phone pocket. Composition. So the material is ripstop tech silk, right? And then the back is aluminum ripstop tech silk. So that is the reflective aluminum ripstop, which is a fabric that comes from Switzerland. Then the lining, which they usually use, which is this ultra thin black layer here, right? That's feels like silk, stretchy silk. And this ripstop tech silk fabric here comes from Italy. And this is one of the most amazing fabrics I've ever touched. It's ultra thin, and you can see like the ripstop grid and then printed leopard. So let's look at the back, because I just showed you the short distance version. This is the long distance version. So basically the mid pocket here is the same, right? A zip pocket with 2 separate pockets inside. And then you have on each side this kind of pocket, which is pretty hard to get in there. So if you open it up, you can see there's another piece of fabric in here which separates the pocket. So we basically have 2 pockets in here, right? And it's the same on the other side. Yeah, so this is my favorite piece, Satisfy Running. Let's talk about sizing for shorts real quick. So I said, like, usually I'm a size medium in shorts, but I realized that Satisfy kind of like runs a bit small. So I bought a size 3, which is a size large, and fits me well. So I would definitely size one full size up. So I have one more piece to show you, and I haven't opened it up yet. So because I really wanted to show you like their packaging as well, which is kind of awesome. So everything that you buy comes in this like aluminum, right, which is a recycled material, and it's fully waterproof, which is really cool. So you can reuse that packaging. I have a couple of those at home. You can freeze chicken in it or whatever you need to do. Pretty cool. So I bought the long distance trail short also in the pink coral version. So how you open it up is, and that's what it looks like when you receive something from Satisfy. Right, you have always this like thick tag here, and then have all the information of the product here. So this is the pink version. Again, it's the same fabric as the leopard print ripstop. Beautiful piece. Absolutely love this one. Right, also like a see-through kind of fabric, but then obviously you have layer underneath. This one is gray. Absolutely love this one as well. And then the back pockets are again of this like ripstop aluminum fabric, which is kind of reflective. I thought I'd use this opportunity, since I have it with the tag still attached, to show you basically how to tear off the tag, right? So the shorts doesn't have any tags on the inside, right? Just the print here, satisfied with the size. The tag is attached to the outside to prevent chafing. If you look at the tag here, you can see like all the materials listed. And then if you look at the line here, basically, it's designed to be torn off like this, right? Then you have the tag, you can keep it at home or whatever, or throw it away. And then you basically run around with just this white piece here attached, which is just a product code. Cool idea, I think, right? Not necessarily ultra important, I think, like to attach the tag to the outside, but it's those small details where you can tell like the designer is a runner, in my opinion. So yes, those were the pieces that I have. A couple of t-shirts I have as well, which I didn't bring today, but I thought you get the point of the sizing, etc. And you can just browse the website if you want. I'll link it down below. And yeah, as I said, I'm a big fan of Satisfy. I really love that they make running sexy, in my opinion, right? Running, especially in Germany, maybe it's a German thing as well. German runners, or the brands that people wear here, are, I don't know, like this neon yellow, neon green type of look, and it's not really my thing. So I'm really happy to have at least one brand out there that like cares about running and like cool people doing running as well. Anyway, rambling, you get the point, I think. That's it from my side. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.